extravaganza.
Hello there, my name is Jan and I'm a tour guide for Prague Extravaganza Tours, and today I'm going to be taking you over the Charles Bridge all the way up to the Prague Castle. We're now in the heart of the city, from which you can see many beautiful things, such as the National Theatre, or people paddle boating around Vltava, or even our own copy of the Eiffel Tower there at Petřín on the other side. Charles Bridge is also an open-air gallery counting 30 statues, the most notorious one being Saint John of Nepomuc right behind us. Come to our tour and learn why people are so obsessed with the statue that they even touch it. Tři, dva, jedna, teď! Oh! Dobrý. St. Nicholas Church is a beautiful example of the Baroque style of architecture. It is so beautiful, in fact, that even Mozart used to come here to play the organ when he visited Prague. Now we use Google Maps for orientation. However, until the 18th century, we used house signs, and a lot of them. For example, you can see the house at the Three Fiddles right there in front of us. And Prague actually has the highest number of house signs still surviving to this very day. If you're expecting a classic castle, you're in for a surprise when visiting this 1,200-year-old complex, the world's largest such complex still in use. It has been the seat of our presidents for 100 years now, and that is also why we can see the presidential standard right there flying above the Prague Castle. The Prague Castle complex is dominated by the St. Vitus Cathedral, roots of which go back all the way to the 10th century. We can see that actually on the door behind us where the history is depicted. You can see St. Wenceslav building the first structure in about the 10th century, and then builders finishing it 1,000 years after that. It was only finished in 1929. Okay guys, so now behind us is the old royal palace. It was a very important place for our Czech history because in the year 1618 the Czech rebels entered the old royal palace and they started to argue with the Habsburgs that were inside. Of course, they were arguing about the religious freedom for the Czech people, and the best way to deal with someone that you don't agree with is to throw them out of the window, obviously, right? So that's exactly what they've done. The Czech rebels then decided to throw 3 Habsburg administrators right outside of the Prague Castle. They had a relatively soft landing because they landed in the sewage of the Prague Castle. But of course, what is the takeaway point here? The takeaway point is that please don't argue with Czechs near a window, right? Because otherwise you would be thrown out of the window. So that is the story of the Czech defenestration in the year 1618. And now we're ending the tour just outside of the castle gates, right here in the oldest vineyard here in the Czech lands. 2 reasons why this is a fitting end to the tour. The first is, of course, this lovely view of the city right here. You can see the old town and the Jewish quarter, where you can join us as well later on and explore it with us. And secondly, you can grab a great glass of wine right here in the vineyard, which is, of course, a great way to end the tour. So thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thanks.
Oh.
Hmm?